Do you get a reward for finding this sort of stuff?
No, but you might get your name in one of those little brass plaques in the museum, if you're lucky.
Great.
Where did you find the astrolabe?
Astrolabe?
This thing. That's right, that's what it's called. Where'd you get it?
Hold it, Steve. Hold it. I think we need to have a little meeting here.
This could be El Dorado. And that kid handed it to us on a plate. Mwah!
Is this everything now, or is there something else you'd like to surprise us with? Vanessa?
That's all.
Stephen?
Only the logbook.
Yeah, the logbook. We'll come to that later.
All of you have been completely and totally irresponsible. You found important historical artifacts, and you treated them as though they were toys. You were playing games with them. All of you had a responsibility to treat them with respect.
I mean, look at this. It's vandalism. There is no other way to describe it.
I just wanted to see what was inside.
We all wanted to see what was inside, but we seem to be missing the most important piece, the logbook.
I told you. I looked after it. Bruno stole it. He's a crook.
Oh, Stephen, I'm getting really tired of these wild accusations. First the silver coins, and now this. None of us like the man, but that is no reason to assume he's a crook. The point is that if you'd used your head in the first place, the logbook wouldn't have been stolen, would it?
Yet still there was a fear amongst us that more might be tempted to construct a raft, as was afore-done, and taking bullion, drift to the mainland. Therefore, it was determined that despite such plannings which may have seen the loss of all bullion, it should be divided into lots and buried at various places about our exile, with no one personage having knowledge of all.
Come on.
Terrible handwriting.
It's how they wrote in those days.
It's worse than mine.
Oh, where did they bury it? Tell me. Come on, tell me.
We know where.
Some of it, only some of it. It says back here that they stashed it in more than one place, so that they wouldn't lose the lot if somebody sprung them. It's got to be in here somewhere.
Don't you think we should clear out what we got first? There might be nothing else here anyway.
What was he writing about it for?
I reckon we ought to do one thing at a time, Bruno. Don't you think we're spreading ourselves a bit thin?
There's more, Lance. I know. There's more. Now, let's get one thing straight before we go any further. I'm not leaving here until I get the lot. I mean all of it.
You can't go back. We could find heaps of stuff.
I'll try, but you know what my dad's like.
We'll tell him it's important.
Or you could tell him that there's a psycho treasure thief out here and you're hot on his trail.
Shut up, Steve.
Now, you sure you don't mind putting Luke up?
No problem at all.
Thanks. See you soon.
Yeah. Well, let me know what happens with the museum, people, won't you?
Oh, do I detect a sudden interest?
Of course I'm interested. I'm interested in everything you do.
Oh, and they say women are fickle. Now, make sure you keep an eye on them, especially Stephen. He's just as likely to find something.
And not say anything. You read my mind.
Joe, you're gonna miss the boat.
Wish me luck.
See you, Joe. See ya!
Bye! Come on.
Hold it. Now, before you all disappear, I'd like some idea of where I might find you. Just in case you win the lottery.
I might go and roll down at the beach.
Vanessa, there are 40 or 50 beaches on this island. Do you think you could be a little more specific?
Where we found that astro thing?
Astrolabe. It's taken from the ancient Greek, meaning star-taking. Its Latin equivalent is astrolabium.
You knew that.
I do now, Luke. I looked it up.
Well done, Einstein.
It's very good, Steve.
Can we go now?
Yeah. But try to keep it under control, okay?
Oh, they're in a hurry.
Yeah. Think I'll start feeding them less sugar for breakfast.
Sue up at the cottage.
No, she's gone back to the mainland, to the Maritime Museum.
What, you found something?
Yeah. Oh, kids did. It's an astrolabe. It's from the Greek, astrolabe. No, it's ancient Latin. No.
Hey, Steve, wrong way. Well, we've got to go back to where the chest was.
It's not going to be there, dipstick. It's going to be where we found the astrolabe.
They wouldn't have buried bullion at sea.
Then why did they leave the astrolabe there?
What use was it? They were already wrecked, but they would have taken the loot and buried it inland.
Forget it, Steve. We're going to the other beach.
Why?
Because that's where we said we were going to go, and we're already in enough trouble as it is.
You two are such goody-goodies sometimes. Wimps.
Jimmy, they found something.
Who did?
The kids from a wreck. An older wooden chest and a sextant thing. So that proves that there was a wreck.
Oh, where is it?
Well, Sue's taken it off to the museum to have them checked out.
Museum?
Yeah, isn't that great?
Oh, yeah. Hey, listen, I've got to get going. They're expecting me down the workshop. I'll see you.
Oh.
All right, let's do this properly. Spread out and search everywhere.
You won't find anything.
Well, we did before.
I think we should look around the rocks. That's where all the sand gets washed up.
Good idea.
Lots of luck.
Oh, thanks for helping.
You know what, Lance? I reckon we're on the right track. Old Angus here plays his cards pretty close to his chest, but if we've found some of it, I reckon the rest can't be too far away.
Better get out there and start looking then, eh?
It's just a question of trying to think like they thought. You know, try to imagine them looking around, wondering where to put it, looking at the landmarks.
G'day.
Jimmy, you're a bit early, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I just heard something I thought you might be interested in. So I thought I'd better come straight over.
Well, come on, Jimmy, spit it out.
Yeah, well, look, I really don't know what you blokes are up to. I don't really want to. But if it's got anything to do with shipwrecks, then you got a bit of competition.
How do you mean?
Well, Sue Walker's found some stuff, taken it to the museum.
How's she now?
Wow. Oh, fantastic. Oh, look at these coins. Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful.
You don't find stuff like this every day.
What are they?
Guilders, a few pieces of 8. I can't quite make out whether this has been minted or snipped.
Snipped.
To get the weight right. Very important to have the weight right. Congratulations. She was almost certainly a Dutch East Indiaman.
Are you sure about that?
Blown off course in the roaring 40s. Probably on her way to Batavia. Of course, it's called Jakarta now. Nowhere near as romantic. Then bang! Wallop! She hits the coast, smashes herself to pieces on the rocks. The coins are Dutch. There's no doubt about it.
It doesn't make sense. The logbook was in English.
Yes, the logbook.
Unless Steve can read Dutch.
I wouldn't put it past him.
We have a mystery.
So you think there were 2 wrecks?
At this stage, I'd have to say it's possible, but unlikely.
Steve said something about mutiny and pirates.
Pirates. I love pirates. Don't you?
He said it was written by the ship's surgeon.
Probably a simple explanation out there somewhere waiting to be discovered. There's only one thing to do in a situation like this. Get over to the island fast as possible and sort this out.
Well, we've got a little bit of a problem here, lads.
If Jimmy's right, the place is going to be crawling with boffins.
Which means we've got a day. Or two at the most.
So we load up everything and get out, right?
Almost right, Lance. Almost. I think we'll put in a little bit of overtime, digging the stuff up, and I think we should stash what we've already got. You with me?
Don't you think we're getting a bit greedy, Bruno?
Very negative thinking, Lance. Very negative. One thing I like is a man that knows when to keep his mouth shut and his eyes open. And I think you're one of them, Jimmy. I really do.
Oh, thanks.
For the superannuation fund. You keep doing all right, and this could pay off for you in a big way. Oh, Jimmy.
Vanessa, I think I've got something.
What is it?
It's a cannon.
A cannon, it is too. Lift it out.
What have you got?
Nothing, just some old driftwood.
You wouldn't be interested. There's nothing here.
It's a cannon!
Ooh, it's a cannon.
Wildly amusing. Don't touch it.
And why not?
You might damage it.
Damage it. And you can talk about damaging things, Steve, after what you did.
Steve's right. Maybe we should go back and tell your dad about it.
Then he can get into trouble for moving it.
I have to tell you, this is the most exciting find I've seen in years.
So you think there's more?
Oh, tip of the iceberg. You never know. We might even come up with something like this. Ah, this one had the lot. Shipwreck, treasure, conspiracy, mutiny, murder. I love it.
When are you coming back to the island?
Now, I'll just go and pack a few things, leave my colleagues a goodbye note, and be there this afternoon.
Can I hitch a ride back?
Sure, heaps of room.
Can I come too?
What about your father?
He'll be fine.
I think you ought to ring him.
Yeah, maybe.
Peg!
That's him.
Who?
Bruno, the crook. Let's follow him.
What for?
Do you see what he had in the back? He's probably stashing silver somewhere.
I thought you said he was a psycho.
He is.
You know, we could always go up and ask if we can go see through the tunnels.
Oh,
Now that's a good idea.
you guys are the psychos.
You're back early?
Yeah, I'm just looking for something.
Find it?
No, looks like we've run out.
See, he is hiding something.
Yeah, a few metal boxes, Steve.
He has to put the silver somewhere.
If he has any silver.
Do you two always have to argue?
Luke, we're siblings. We're supposed to argue.
Come on, guys, let's just go.
Vanessa, there's no law against looking, is there?
What are you doing here?
Do you mind if we have a look around?
As a matter of fact, I do. There's a sign outside that says guided tours only. Can't you read?
We wouldn't touch anything.
It's all right, you wouldn't.
You're out of here!
What a jerk.
It's a perfect hiding place. There are tunnels everywhere down there.
And it's locked up most of the time.
Yes, that is a bit of a problem.
Well, it's a tunnel, right? So there has to be an air shaft for ventilation. All we've got to do is find that.
But, Dad, it's a lot more than a holiday now. Look, all kinds of things are happening over there. It's really important. The guy at the museum reckons it could be bigger than... Yeah, well, Sue said it was okay. It's a lot bigger than a school project. I could do something about the Rex for history and get really good marks. Yep, okay, thanks, Dad. I will. Yep, bye.
Okay?
Easy.
Hey, there's another entrance.
It's locked.
Luke! Steve! This is it!
Oh, stinks.
Get on the other side, we'll lift it off.
Shh.
It's deep. Gonna need a rope.
Torch.
I saw those kids up at the tunnel.
See anything?
No, but they're getting too good at being in the right place at the wrong time.
I warned you, didn't I?
Come on, you got some digging to do. I'll run you out of the beach and I'll come back to make sure everything's shipshape here.
Oh, Jimmy, what have you done?
3 more dead of the scurvy, and none of us fit to give decent burial to any, save a halting rendition of a psalm but poorly remembered by my fevered brain, and a few inches of sand to hide their mortal remains.
Poor beggars. Long way from home to die.
Mr. Martin!
Did you lend us some rope?
Rope?
Yes, we want to climb down.
A cliff. Well, we want to do some cliff climbing.
Oh, it's a bit dangerous, isn't it?
No, it's not really a cliff. It's a sort of sand hill.
We'll bring it back tonight.
Yeah, well, should be somewhere in here somewhere.
We should just about clean this up today.
It would if you helped.
I told you, Lance, I want to keep an eye on things back there.
It's a long way.
Not scared, are you?
I am not going down there.
Yes, you are. Steve, wait up here to help us back up.
But I want to come.
Steve, we're just going for a quick look. We'll bring you down if we find anything, mate. You ready? Come on, Vanessa, hurry up.
Easy for you to say.
Splat!
Shut up, Steve.
Okay, Steve, we're down. We'll be a couple of minutes.
You're in my power!
You touch that rope, Steve, and you are dead meat.
Only joking, sister dear.
Spooky.
Nah, no different from going through like tourists.
Yes, it is. They have the doors open and the lights on.
Okay, it's spooky.
What was that?
Steve!
Come on.
No!
Steve? Steve, if this is some kind of a game, it's not very funny.
No, Luke, he wouldn't do that. I know him, he wouldn't. Something's happened to him and we're stuck here. Steve!
Hi.
Hi.
Remember Jeff?
Yeah, hello, Jeff. Quite a find, eh? This could be the big one. Now, where are these kids? If they could point me in the right direction, we can get moving right away.
Mike, where are the kids?
They went back to that beach. Been gone all day.
You promised you'd keep an eye on them.
Oh, they'll turn up. They always do.
Let me out! Let me out of here, you crook! You found it, didn't you? You found the treasure! Let me out!
In those early days of our plight, when most among us was sound of both body and mind, a ship's boat was patched and tarred and made journeys to shores visible from vantage points about the island. But the nature of these strange southlands is hostile to mankind, providing neither food nor water. And it became apparent our future was best served to wait for rescue by passing sail. This judgment was sealed the morning on which the ship's boat became unmanageable in heavy sea and was dashed to pieces on rocks with the loss of 3 more lives.